Hello. I'm super excited to be here. It's my first time at the Stable Summit. I've heard really, really good things from the last few editions. About myself, I'm part of the early team at Gnosis Pay, and I lead growth right now. And today we want to speak about something that is very close to our hearts, which is borderless and global banking. Um, we want to bridge TradFi to Web3 in a way where we bring the powers of both in one to make global banking simpler, cheaper, faster, efficient. A lot of buzzwords, something we've been saying in Web3 since a lot of time, but we want to share with you how we think we're going to go about it. Um, let's talk about how banking has evolved in the last few decades. We have like banking 1.0. This is, say, about 1990s, the rise of internet, when the banks used to, like the local brick and mortar banks used the internet to kind of increase their distribution to reach more customers than just their local surroundings. Then 2010s, we had the mobile neobanks, which really, really improved the user experience, built new products, made it really easy for people to interact with banks. And today, if I ask most people in the West, what is a bank for you? It's probably a mobile app, right? So these fintechs started building on top of the legacy banking infrastructure. And today, we are doing Banking 3.0, which is the ownership era, as Chris Dixon likes to call it, where the technology has matured in a way where users, or rather we can truly separate bankers from banking. The users can truly own their banking experience. What are some of the challenges that the global retail banks face today? The fintechs or the large brick and mortar banks that you know. One is they don't give you the optionality to custody or not custody. When you sign up with someone, you let them custody your funds. And number two, which is a massive problem, which all of us know, is payments and remittances, which is what stablecoins are kind of designed to solve in some sense. Remittances, especially cross-border, are slow and inefficient and costly. And to just talk about how dire this problem is, how many of y'all know in this room what COBOL is? Anyone? Yeah. Anyone wants to say? What is COBOL? Do you want to?
Legacy systems that is used in most global banks, which is used to perform most of the tasks actually related to payments.
Exactly. Just for everyone, COBOL is a programming language built in 1959, I think, for the US Department of Defense. And then the banks and the finance essentially adopted it to run global transactions. Today, we have payments that you can make with your smartwatch, or you have Apple Pay and Google Pay, really sophisticated technologies making lives easy for users, interacting with COBOL, interacting with mainframe systems, interacting with Swift, interacting with base 1, base 2, all of these between 30 and 60-year-old technologies or standards. It leads to a lot of complexity. It leads to a lot of inefficiency and costs. So what do we want to do? We have the TradFi world, which has some good things and some bad things. We have the Web3 world, which has some good things and bad things. How do we bring both of these together? How do we bring the ability or the optionality to custody? How do we make payments and banking truly global? How do we make it composable, where people can actually build on top of the stuff that most people have built, enabling true permissionless innovation? And how do we make a better UX and give better support to people? To explain how we want to do this, let's talk about a regular checkings account or a current account that you know. What is it really, right? It's an account that holds your funds. You put money in using a regular bank transfer. You put money out using a bank transfer. If you're in Europe, you're probably using SEPA Instant to do that, the payment rails. And the other thing you can do to spend your money is use a debit card or a credit card. What we want to do is similar, but have the core banking infrastructure on-chain. and not on those 60-year-old legacy systems. We want to build an account that is built on top of Safe, which is a smart contract wallet infrastructure, with stablecoins, and where we can do like KYC, KYT, everything on chain. And we have 3 capabilities. Number 1, card capabilities attached to this on-chain wallet using a Visa card or which is multi-currency, where you can use to withdraw your cash, where you can use Apple Pay, Google Pay. Number 2, we have account capabilities. We attach an international banking account number. So what that means is you can now do a bank transfer to your wallet and bank transfer out to your wallet or to anyone else that you know if you have your bank account number. Also probably do local direct debits or whatever other schemes there are in your jurisdiction. And we have, obviously, the on-chain capabilities, where you can fund your account using an on-chain transfer and fund your account outside, like out using an on-chain transfer. This is Banking 3.0. Your old bank account with the power of Web3, or your on-chain crypto wallet with bank account capabilities. That's how we envision this. One key component to this is connecting on-chain accounts to local payment schemes. And this is something that hasn't been done before, and it's a massive challenge. And you need to go step by step. The way we see this is where you have an on-chain base, and you have a bridge towards the off-chain world, which is the card, maybe a Visa or a MasterCard, and then the local rails for each of the countries or territories. For example, in EEA, it's the SEPA instant rails. In the UK, it's the faster payment rails. And similarly, we have Brazil, US, and all the other countries in the world. That's the way we're thinking. Where are we right now? We have our first self-custody account live. Your first self-custodial checkings account, in a way, or a current account. You can spend your on-chain assets using a debit card. And we also support stablecoins. I don't know how many you know, but GBP and EUROE. And we'll soon be supporting USDC as well. We'll also have IBANs attached to your Web3 account, so you can do bank transfers in and out. And we have unparalleled FX rates right now. So you can spend your card, use your card anywhere in the world, and we'd most likely have one of the best FX rates. What's next for us, especially with stablecoins? We're exploring with Visa the ability to settle directly like with USDC. And this is cool, this is novel, but the implications for this are huge. For the people that are accustomed to the regular authorization, clearing, and settlement cycle in card payments, you know that it's a complex process. It takes 2 to 5 days. If you're buying a coffee today, the merchant or the coffee shop owner gets their money, say €5, after probably 2 to 5 days. That's how slow the process is. With on-chain settlements, we can essentially enable instant availability of funds right after a payment is made. On-chain, send it to Visa, and then they can figure out how they want to pay the merchants. This obviously requires some changing in the clearing mechanism from Visa and also using gas-optimized chains for settlement. Right now, Visa has this live on Ethereum, but we'll be working more to kind of make this a reality. And what this means is the impact of this could be that the amount of collateral that's required for a card issuer to store with Visa generally goes between 2 to 5 days. And if you have a product with users at scale, this could amount to millions of dollars every day that are stuck as collateral. If we can remove that, we have a lot of efficiency gains. We reduce costs. And in turn, this is users benefiting from it. So that's something we're really excited about. And the other thing is cashback and rewards. That's something we're launching with our product. Something very cool coming up. Keep your eyes peeled. I'll probably not reveal a lot of it today. In terms of where you can find us, right now we're live in EEA, UK, and Switzerland. We're going to announce or going to be live soon in 10 new countries: Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, Australia, and a bunch more. And I don't know how many of y'all have followed our journey. Last year at ETHCC, we announced the launch or the concept of Gnosis Pay to the world. This year, for the first time ever, we're launching customized cards, and we have the ETHCC customized cards. So if you're not a user, or if you want a cool card, scan this QR code, or just reach out to one of us. We can give you something on the spot. And yeah, if you have any questions, find me. We're super excited to kind of use stablecoin and the power of Web3 to change global banking. Thank you so much for your time.